So this is DaVinci Resolve. It's a video and audio editor it's used in a bunch of movies. I know that a bunch of Marvel movies are made in it. The project is really similar to Adobe Premiere Pro. Um, how it works is first you would take your original audio clip, and this would be it for me. So I would first download the video onto my phone and then put it onto the computer, and then I would input it in this software, and then I would start working on the audio effects, which I would get from free sites like Sound Bible. And here's an example of one. You can double click it and it will show the audio file up on this screen. And over here you can press play and see what it sounds like that. So you would take it from your audio screen over here. This is your audio screen right here. This would be where you would input all your recordings, and to input it, you just right click, import media, and you can put in any of the audio tracks or video if you need to. So then you would download your audio and visuals, and then you would take it over from that other screen and input it wherever you want. And if you want to get technical with it, you can just double click it and go up here. And also you can go here and increase the audio by decibels. So if you want it to be louder, you just increase it like this using the slider. And if you want to decrease it, you can decrease it with the slider too. Sometimes there are fade-in portions of the videos. So in order to actually do that, you need to increase the length of the audio track, because right now these ones down here are too small and you can't work on them that well. And so if you want to add a fade of some sort into the audio, all you need to do is grab onto this little prong thing here. You can bring this out as much as you want, and you can put that to as many or as little as you want. And if you want to round out to where it happens faster or where it happens more gradually, you can move it like this. So putting this dot over here over to farther to the left, this will make it happen sooner and gradually fade out once it gets down to this bottom. And if you want it to happen for longer, then you can expand it out like this to where it makes a curve. And of course, if you want to delete it, then you can obviously just right click it and cut it from the track. There are some times in the project where there's overlay in the video. For example, let's see, like fire visuals, and also there are fire particles as well. Up here's one. This is you see this is the original video, and then you would overlay a another video of it. Usually it's a GIF or MP4. And so what you would do is take it from this other screen that I've mentioned before for the audio tracks. That also it works with normal um, visuals as well. So you can just drag it over from there, and then you can link it down here. Now, sometimes when you download a MP4 like this, it links itself to a sound that it was downloaded with. And so to fix this, all you have to do is right click it and click the link clicks thing, and then you can take out the audio if you don't want the sound with it. You can cut that out. And you would see from here that if you would play it, then you see the fire takes up the whole screen, and then what you have to do after that is first find out how big you want it using the zoom button down here, and you can increase it or decrease it, and you can also increase or decrease its position by the X and Y axis, so you can bring it down to like over here, and you would still notice that it has a black outline over it because it's not cropped yet. And all you need to do is not go down to cropping, but you can go down to composite. You can set the mode to add, which would make it transparent to the black background, which would automatically crop it for you. So now you have a nice visual effect down here. And this also works with, explosions and stuff and different um, images that you can input, as long as they're usually uh, croppable, you know. And yeah, that's about everything that I use to create my project. It's fairly simple for the software it's made from. And oh yes, you can also add in text. Like for example, I have subtitles in one of these parts. Let me take out this fire part for a second. Again, by cutting it out. And in this part, we're speaking in another language, so you obviously usually want to know what they're saying. So you would input just text into this part. And to do that, you go back into the video and audio part over here. And then you can go down to these different. Usually what you use for these is fades for the video and audio transitions. You can crossfade stuff. Here we go. Titles. What I did was I just made a title and scale it down in the software so that it looks more small than it usually is. So you would take that and put it into the project over here. Let's put this in here. Here's the basic title, and you can put that in down here. And you can change what it looks like by using this settings thing over here, where you can change whatever you want to type in it, like house, or you want to say house, I guess. And you can change the size of it if you want to be like real big house. And you can decrease the size so you want a small house. And you can also change its position by the X and Y, the same as the images and GIFs do. You can change this rotation too if you want it to be slightly tilted or not. Usually these things you don't need to deal with because it automatically crops it for you. But if you want to change the color, you can deal with this stuff over here. You can also change this outline to a different color if you want. And just delete it, you can obviously just cut it again. There are also times in the video where there's a fade, like at the very end, where it fades out. And this uses the same properties as the text does. And so you would just need to take a slider down here. And you can see how fast you want it, and you can also see how slow you want to do it. See if you want to have overlay like this. It's pretty simple to what the audio does as well. And that is about everything that I use in this project. And personally, I think it's really cool and simple. That doesn't really, take a lot of practice to actually use. So I think it's pretty cool.